What is going on, guys? My name is Tristan Larson, and I want to record a super quick video for you guys to explain to you how you can increase a restaurant sales by 10% in 10 minutes. And yes, that sounds crazy, but I'll explain to you what I mean and how you can do that in just a second. Now, I work with restaurants all around the country. See, I own an agency here that helps restaurant owners increase their sales by 10 to 20% every 90 to 120 days. And I work with a ton of restaurants, anywhere from $1 million in revenue all the way up to $1 billion in revenue. And I've seen and I know what helps restaurants increase their sales. And there's literally a couple little things, a couple little strategies that if you implement can increase a restaurant sales by a significant amount by just doing a few simple things. And at the same time, there's a couple different pitfalls that if you don't do, that if you do the opposite of what you should do, will make so your sales will actually decrease by a significant amount, by 10% or so, just by not doing a very little thing. So it goes both ways. So the first thing that a restaurant needs in order to go ahead and increase their sales, and if they don't have this, their marketing, no matter how good it is, literally don't work. What won't work is this, and that is a great website. If a restaurant has a bad website, it doesn't matter how many customers you send to that website or how many customers are seeing your ads on social media. It doesn't matter if the website is not a website that sells the business effectively. All your other marketing will not work. So let's go ahead and take a look at what a good website looks like, because that is step one. If you don't have a phenomenal website that sells your business, you will not be able to use any of the other strategies I'm about to share with you because they simply will not work for you. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's true. So here's an example of what a really good website looks like. I want to show you a good website and then a bad website. So this is a great website. I'm located here in Scottsdale, Arizona, but I have clients all around the country. And this is a really great website. As soon as I click on the website, I am sold. Top 25 best restaurants in America. Great picture of food. It's a really delicious looking dish. I'm immediately sold. This looks amazing right now. It's 4 o'clock and I want to eat this. It's a high quality photo and they are leveraging the law of authority. Top 25 best restaurants in America. I immediately want to go there because of that headline, right? Then when I scroll down, their culinary destination, it tells you a little bit about where they're located, a little bit about the restaurant. It's short. They're a fine dining restaurant for special occasions. Awesome. And then they say reservation only, and then there's a reservations button. So if someone clicks on the website, all they have to do is scroll down and boom, the call to action is right there. Now what a call to action is it something that goes ahead and asks people to take action. You don't want to have a website for no reason. People need a very clear action they can take on your website. So right here, all I have to do is scroll down and boom, like that, can schedule a reservation. And then below the reservations button, I see all their awards. And that just reinforces their credibility as a great restaurant. You know, I'm just being sold right here by all these other companies. That's leveraging the law of social proof and leveraging the law of authority. Social proof means you are more likely to do something that other people do if you see other people doing it. Authority means that, you know, these websites are well-known websites, and because they endorse this restaurant, it must be a good restaurant. At least that's what you think as a human being. And then boom, a great header, a great slider of photos from the actual restaurant, so I know what to expect before I go in there. I see the pictures of food. They look absolutely delicious. And then fantastic, a video. Wow. This is an amazing website. Super, super great website. I am sold as soon as I click there. It's simple, it's short, it's straight to the point. It's easy to read font. It sells the restaurant. Fantastic. Now let's look at a bad website. Let's go ahead and look at restaurants. We'll just type in restaurants, except for the restaurants that first pop up will probably be good restaurants. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Scroll down. All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's click on this one right here. By the way, if a restaurant has under 4 stars, that is another thing. That's another red flag. You will not be able to effectively market a restaurant that is under 4 stars. Everyone checks the stars before they go to the website. So once again, this is okay. All right, this isn't fantastic. There's no call to action here. When I click on this website, there's order online. I could click up here to order. This is okay, but it's not great. My mind isn't blown. But it's not bad. It's not horrible. It's not a bad enough example to show you guys. All right, that's okay. Not as good as the other one. The other one really leverages authority. It really leverages social proof. It just sells itself really well. That didn't sell me quite as well. There's just something about it. Now let's see. Let's go to this one. Most of these websites are probably going to be good because they're on the first page of Google. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, now this is a bad website. All right, right away, not great. All right, the main reason why this isn't great, I like that they have a call to action. That's great. But this photo does not sell you at all. This photo does not sell. If you take people to this website, they will not be sold. I mean, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at the interior. This is like a super washed out photo. It's not very high quality. People want to see what the interior looks like, but they're not sold by looking at this interior. Here's what sells. Here's the number one thing that sells. Pretty people eating delicious food. That is what you want to see on a website, right? It's good that they have this video here. It sells them. I know that's Guy Fieri. If they scroll down, they might see this and that'll build credibility if they know who this guy is. He's a famous chef. But I don't see any pictures of food here. So, okay, now there's a picture of food, but this is a really poor quality picture. If I view this on a desktop, I'm not sold. It just, it looks crusty and does not look good. If you send people to this website, they will not be sold. All right? This is not a website that sells. So, now that's step one. You have to have a good website. Now, here's the next step. Here's how you can increase a restaurant sales really, really quickly by 10% at least. So, let's go ahead and do this. See if this will load here. Now, here's what you do to increase a restaurant sales by 10% super quickly. So I have this little thing right here that tells me whether or not a restaurant has a Facebook pixel installed on their website. What is a Facebook pixel? A Facebook pixel is a piece of code that you can install in a website that collects information about the customers who land on the website. And basically what this lets you do is it lets you remarket customers who land on your website. Now, the majority of people who click on a website will not go ahead and take an action. They won't go ahead and try the food at the restaurant. Most of them will not do it because we as humans get distracted really easily. We go ahead and we see a website, then we get distracted. We see a notification come up on our phone. Whatever the reason is, people go to websites all the time and they never go to the restaurant. They completely forget about it. However, imagine this. Imagine if every single person who landed on this website saw ads that reminded them about this restaurant. If I had to guess, this tool right here is supposed to tell me how many customers see this website every single month. And it's being slow, but if I had to guess, at least 1,000 people a month see this website. Now, that's 1,000 people who 90% of them will never try this restaurant. Imagine this. Imagine if those 900 people who never try the restaurant went ahead and saw an ad reminding them about this restaurant. And here's another amazing thing you can do. If someone clicks the reservations button, then what it'll do is it'll go ahead and allow you to remarket to people who clicked on the reservations page. So if someone clicks on this page and they don't schedule a reservation, what you can do is you can remarket the people who saw this page but never took an action with an ad that reminds them, hey, John, I noticed you landed on our website and didn't book a reservation. Here is your link. So click this, book a reservation now. And then boom, you would get like 100 people to go ahead and schedule reservations simply by just going ahead and reminding them that they never took an action. That is number one. Install a Facebook pixel and retarget the website viewers who have viewed your website in the past. They had 3,000 people on average every month view their website. If they only captured 10%, that would be an extra 300 customers in their business. That would significantly increase their sales. So that is number one. Install a Facebook pixel into a high quality website. If the website isn't good, you have to get a new website. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what else you do. So now the next thing that you can do to simply increase a restaurant sales is use high quality photos of food. And I know that sounds crazy and so simple, but the majority of restaurants do not use high quality photos of food. They don't. Like simply by using better quality photos of food, which is the product. You know, there's a lot of restaurateurs that I talk to or restaurants that use very little pictures of food. They post like memes, or they post interior pictures, or they post, you know, something unrelated to their staff, right? So you want to post pictures of your staff, pictures of food, and pictures of customers. Those are the things that you want to be posting. And if you literally hire a photographer or bring in a photographer if you're an agency for your client, you will immediately be able to increase their sales by 10% just by using high quality photos of food. And here's an amazing example. Here's a great example of what amazing food photos look like. This is how you sell a restaurant's product. You know, people make a decision to eat at restaurants based off of how the food looks. It's genuinely what people do. And this also applies to Google and your Google listing. When someone goes ahead and they type in, you know, Mexican restaurants in whatever your city is or whatever type of restaurant you have, if they type in that type of restaurant in your city, does your food on Google sell you better than your competition? Will someone look at your pictures of food and decide to go to your restaurant because your pictures of food look better? Yes or no, right? So now as we take a look at Barley and Vine, check out right here, first their header photo. See this photo right here? This is an extremely, extremely just amazing photo. As soon as you click on this page, you are sold. It looks delicious, right? It looks like they have really high quality food. It looks like they take a lot of care when it comes to, you know, the actual appearance and aesthetic and the plating of the food. And it really sells you. And when you scroll down and you look at all their pictures, you will be absolutely sold on this restaurant because of the pictures of their food. Like, this is just so great. Such a great photo. Notice how this takes up the majority of the screen. This picture takes up the majority of the screen. They did this purposefully. So when someone scrolls down Facebook, you have no way of not seeing this photo. Like, it is big in your screen. You see this no matter what, and it catches your eye, catches your attention. Once again, this also catches your attention. Notice the angle in which they're taking the pictures of the food. It's an extremely interesting angle. And it just looks so high quality. It looks so delicious. Once again, amazing. You see this photo and you're just sold. And here's what I want to point out about the way they're taking pictures. They're using close-ups. of the food. Close-ups sell food. Close-ups of the food is what sells them. That is how you sell food, is by showing close-ups. All of their photos are very close-up of food, and that is how you sell food. Once again, now they are selling their staff. They're telling you a story about why their staff is great. People love characters. People love movies, right? People love movies because they love to hear stories. And whenever you see, a flyer for a movie, what do you see? What's on the flyer? You see the characters front and center. Same thing when you're selling a restaurant. You want to sell the people in the business. People love characters. People love stories. And if you look at how the people are reacting to this, customers really like this stuff. Look at the engagement. Look at the posts. Look at the comments. Travis handles any and all adversity with a maturity well beyond his years. All my respect, Travis. Like, people are getting emotionally attached to Barley and Vine because of the story they are telling about their staff, right? And once again, as we scroll down, you'll just see great photos of food, sells the restaurant so well. If you use bad photos of food and you compare these photos to like not very high quality photos of food, you will tell the difference. You will see the difference. So if you're using bad photos of food or your photos of food are not that high quality, I promise you, if you literally just take higher quality photos, your sales will increase by 10% if you are marketing on social media. And now, obviously, if you're not marketing on social media at all, your sales will increase by 10% just by you starting the post on social media. Seriously, seriously. Let me show you an example of what bad photos of food look like. Now, I don't know whether this will be bad. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, look, I'm not sold. When I land on this website's restaurant's Facebook page, I am not sold at all. This does not make me want to go to this restaurant at all. In fact, this is a blurry photo. It's not selling the product. This was just completely careless. They just picked a photo, did not think much about it. Not sold at all. And as we scroll down, something tells me we're not going to see very many pictures of food. Okay, there's a picture of food here. This is okay, except for here's the thing. Facebook does not like images with text. They have way too much text in this picture, and it would serve them better if they literally just showcased the product with no text and they showed a close-up of the product. Now, I understand they're trying to promote a specific night, so I'm not going to give them too much of a hard time about that. Once again, this just does not look professional. It would look way better with just the pictures of the food. This looks really poorly done. This isn't even a PNG image. This is like a JPEG image. It just looks really bad. They just like pasted this on here. Just not good marketing at all. Then we scroll down. Yep, just not good at all. This is not selling the business, right? Like, does this picture sell the image? This does not sell this beer, right? This logo does not sell the beer. A picture of the beer would sell the beer, not this photo. So literally using more photos of food will immediately start to increase sales. On Facebook, you want to post every single day. This business is completely lacking any of the strategies required to increase sales using Facebook. Not enough photos of food, not enough photos of the product, not enough photos of drinks. It's just not it's just very bad marketing overall. So that's the next thing. High quality photos of food is the next thing that you need in order to increase a restaurant sales by 10%. So a great website, great photos of food, and remarketing website customers. If you start doing those three things, those are really, 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 really easy things that you can implement right away to increase a restaurant sales by 10% right off the bat. Now, some other things that you should be doing is you should be running ads every single day on Facebook, targeting people within a 5-10 mile radius who like the type of food you serve, who like the type of food in your specific photo. No boosting, running ads through Ad Manager. That is another strategy for increasing restaurant sales. However, if you are running ads, if you're paying for any type of marketing on social media, the odds are the reason it's not working for you is 1, your website is bad. 2, the photos of food are not high enough quality, or in general, you're not using good photos. You're not using photos of team members. You're not using photos of staff. You're not using photos of customers, and you're not posting pictures of food. Those right there will make it very difficult for you to market your business. Now, here's the last thing. Here's the last strategy that you can use to increase a restaurant sales by 10%. And that is by using extremely effective, enticing offers. Now, a lot of restaurateurs and restaurants, they want to give very poor offers. They like to do things like 10% off of an appetizer. Like, that is not going to motivate someone to want to go ahead and come into your business. That does not motivate them, right? You need something that's highly motivating. Let me show you an example of a campaign I recently ran for one of my clients that sells a offer really well. If it'll just load here. All right. Let's go. Salute. So let me show you an example of an extremely enticing offer. Now, this is a client I just recently started working with. And I want to point out right off the bat that we are working as we speak on improving the quality of photos for this restaurant. Because that is one of the biggest gaps when we first started working with them, where like the branding and the photo quality is not what it should be. And that is why a lot of marketing is happening. However, sales are not increasing the way they should be. So let me show you an example right here of what a highly enticing campaign looks like. Here we go. This is an offer that gets people excited. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So basically what we did here is we went ahead and gave away a dinner for 2 people. And we spent about $30 on this post, and we reached over 10,000 people. And what we said is people need to go ahead and enter to win, by going ahead So here's an example of a campaign that we recently ran. And basically what this campaign is we went ahead and we gave away a dinner for 2 people. And when we did this, we said that people need to go ahead and tag a friend in order to enter to win. And we had 573 people comment, 126 shares, and 700 likes. This made people go crazy. We were able to reach over 10,000 people for free without spending any money. We spent a little bit at the beginning, and then we got so many shares, so many people tagged their friends that we stopped spending money completely on this ad. So basically, we reached well over 10,000 people for free. And it's because we had a super enticing offer, which is you can win a dinner for 2 on us. So that is the last thing, right? Having extremely enticing offers. If you can go ahead and create a piece of viral content that gets people excited, that makes people share, that makes people tag their friends, you can increase sales super, super quickly by simply going ahead and having an extremely enticing offer. So anyway, guys, that is what you need to know to be able to increase a restaurant sales by 10% in 10 minutes by doing a couple very simple things. Now, if you are a restaurant owner and you're watching this video and you hear what I'm saying, but you're confused or you don't really understand how to do some of the things I'm mentioning, or you just don't want to do this stuff yourself and you would like help, here's what I encourage you to go ahead and do. I will go ahead and leave my contact information down below. Feel free to reach out to me or reach out to my assistant down below and schedule a time to go ahead and have a conversation about how you can go ahead and implement some of these things that I'm sharing with you right here. If you start to implement these 4 strategies, you will increase sales by 10% if you're not doing any of this right now. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to reach out to me down below if you're a restaurant owner and would like to have a conversation, and I'd be happy to help. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.